Welcome to Vet Fraternity. In this video, we are going to talk about a very important disease from paper point of view, that is the cherry eye. So let's begin with the topic. By definition, cherry eye is the hypertrophy, inflammation, and prolapse of the gland of the nictitating membrane, also called as third eyelid gland. Uh, the signalement for this disease is young dogs. They are going to be 6 months to 2 years of age. The breed predisposition is number one is American Cocker Spaniel. Then you can remember as three Bs: the Beagles, Brachycephalics, Bloodhounds. Then Lhasa Apso, Pekingese, and the English Bulldogs. These are predisposed to cherry eye. You can see in this image, this is the bulgy or hypertrophic inflammation or like prolapse of the third eyelid gland. This is the cherry eye. Talking about the clinical signs, in an acute stage, the red glandular mass swells and protrudes over leading margins of the nictitans, and there is going to be mucopurulent discharge also. So you can see the protruding or prolapsed third eyelid. Swelling may recede for short periods, but the gland eventually remains prolapsed. So there can be episodes of like swelling and then non-swelling, but the gland will still remain prolapsed. As for the diagnosis, there is no such confirmatory test that you are going to perform. It's just the physical exam that you can see the cherry eye. Talking about the treatment, third eyelid gland is a major tear gland. We will talk about the tear production from its tear glands in detail when we will study the topic of KCS. But here you should just remember that the third eyelid gland is a major tear gland. It should be preserved if possible. So, that being said, that means whenever you are going to have a problem of a cherry eye, you are going to just replace the gland and anchor it in place with suturing, like tying it back using the Morgan pocket technique or the Kaswan anchoring technique. So these are the two techniques that you are going to use to anchor it back or replace it back in its place. Just like you can see, it is a protruding cherry eye, and here the doctor has anchored or like placed it back into its original position. Partial or complete excision should be avoided due to high risk for KCS. If you are going to do either partial or complete excision, these animals are going 30 to 40% of such cases are definitely going into KCS. What KCS is? Keratoconjunctivitis sicca, that is the drying of the eye. We will study this disease in detail in the further lectures. Also, uh, not only the excision, but even if you are not going to do the excision and you just replacing the gland, so that surgical or medical resolution will still predispose 20% of these dogs to KCS in future, and that's why you have to keep monitoring dogs for several years after undergoing the surgery for replacement of this gland. So you should remember the inevitable uh, complication for this disease or the treatment for this disease will stay there, and that is the dry eye. This is very important from paper point of view, the complication that will appear after that. So that was all about the cherry eye. I hope you enjoyed the lecture. Thank you so much.